maritime resource management,
seaside set collection,
waterfront worker placement.
Today we review Harbour.
Hi, I'm Glenn.
I'm Cheryl.
And this is
Couple
versus
Cardboard.
So Harbour is a new game up on Kickstarter right now by Tasty Minstrel Games.
Yeah.
Which is fun.
Well, first, it's a worker placement game. So you have a guy, a worker.
So just one worker.
Just one. Each
Ever.
person has one.
Okay.
Yeah. And you're placing it onto various cards that represent buildings.
Okay.
And each of those buildings has an action associated with it.
Okay.
And so you move to the thing, do the action, and then that's it.
The game ends once somebody has four buildings. So the second somebody has 4 buildings, they trigger the end game. Everybody else gets one more turn, and then the game is over.
And you score.
And you score based on however many points you have in your buildings. So the obvious question arises, if I buy buildings to win, how do I buy buildings? You're trying to collect the 4 different resources that are in the game, which is lumber, fish, livestock,
and stone. In the market, there you have $2, $3, $4, and $5.
Yes.
So, and each resource is allocated to one of those, and it changes.
Yes.
So, if, for example, fish were at the $3 place,
yes,
you would need 3 fish
yes,
in order to ship it, and then you would receive $3.
So if there's a card in the market that costs $9,
right,
and you have goods in your tableau equal to $9 worth of stuff, you can then ship all of them, and on the second you ship them, you lose all those goods, and you can purchase in that same action. So you purchase and ship in the same action, and then you can then take that card onto your side. So if I ship, I get that money in that moment. If I use less money, all of that inefficiency is gone. You mentioned fish being worth $3. Let's say I had 5 fish. If I ship fish, I ship all of it.
Yeah. So you then ship 5 fish for $3.
So there's an immediate inefficiency there.
Right.
But sometimes you just have to do that. Like, that is kind of the name of the game. The other thing is, as you sell something, the marketplace shifts, right? So it's sort of like the market demand for fish goes down as soon as you sell fish.
Right.
Not surprising, they got fish now.
So say I shipped fish and I shipped lumber.
Yeah.
So then the livestock and the stone, they're going to move up to the 5 and 4 place. And the 2 that I shipped, they're going to move down, starting with the least expensive is going to move into the most expensive free spot. So in this case, it would be 3. And then the highest one that you spent goes down to the 2.
The market is ever shifting, and kind of it feels like a moving target as far as that goes.
Is the other guy gonna ship something
before I do?
Before I do, so should I be actually working on building up some other resource,
right, or
am I going to swap something and kind of mess them up? Kind of this decision of, do I get less points now, or wait and risk someone else getting the card I want, or using the resources I've accumulated and switching it up, and
yes,
or going out and I don't have an opportunity to buy another building.
Right.
So it's this like game of chicken.
Yeah, it's a game of chicken. On top of the game of efficiency, and then on top of the game of the fact that in the moment that I try and spend anything, I'm losing any inefficiencies as well. So it's a game of efficiency on efficiency with a race attached to it as well.
Whoa.
Kind of a lot going on in kind of a small package.
So the other great thing about this game is the artwork. So, and we don't even know all of the artwork yet. So, but it just has some really fun, kind of cartoony, fantasy type things, similar in kind of feel to Belfort.
Yes.
What do you think?
I like, I think it's the ranch where you have the horse eating next to the fawn, which is really funny. Also, the sushi shop is very disconcerting for obvious reasons. Yeah, it's like cannibalism, really.
So the other one that I really like
Yeah.
is the cartographer. It's like this big orc that's like crouched over this map, like getting ready to draw.
Yeah.
It's like this very like awesome juxtaposition of this like typically like mean guy being like very scholarly.
Some orcs go to marauding school, and some orcs go to accounting school. The other thing that I like is that it tries to throw that feel of one of these bigger box kind of worker placement type games like Le Havre or Agricola or something like that into a small deck of cards and a few components.
Yeah, and anytime I can fit a game into my purse and take it wherever we're going to be inconspicuous and pull it out is great.
Right. Caverna you cannot throw into your purse.
No.
Or you need a much larger purse.
Which, don't get me wrong, I have some of those. Yeah, I think in the times that we played, the cards that we drew initially really impacted the feel of the game. So when you get a lot of those cards that don't do something helpful immediately, it just slows everything down a bunch. It can be frustrating because you feel like there's nothing for you to do on your turn.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely.
I think there are some things that are built in the game that could be engine, like build an engine kind of thing, but you end up not really paying attention to them, and so they become more of like a bonus that you get just because you happen to get that type of building. You're less concerned about getting something going than you are about doing something now. So you have to do what's going to help you now instead of building something to help you towards the end.
Right. I enjoyed it. I think it's fun. I think it's great for the amount of time that it plays. There are many games I would pick over it, but I would not be miffed to play this game as well.
I like it. And I think I like it more than you like it. Especially if you have a good starting hand of buildings.
Yes.
That it
100%.
has a really fun pace.
Yes.
And especially for two players, it's a fun game to play.
Yes.
To get that kind of feel of worker placement in a compact package, both time-wise and actual package. Artwork's really fun, and I think that really adds to it. So I'm excited to see kind of where the art goes for the parts that we don't know yet.
Yes. And the final product. Like, I've heard that the pawns are going to look sort of like the dwarves in Belfort, tiny bit smaller, which is great, as well as I think the rest of the components. I mean, like Belfort, I think will end up being really cool.
Yeah.
So really great as far as that goes.
So, and I think it probably won't make it to our table that often, but I think that if it does, we would be happy to play it.
Yeah.
So that's Harbour.
And that was us. If you liked this review, make sure you guys throw us a like, and you can also subscribe. And with that,
keep playing awesome games.
And we will see you guys next time.
Bye.
Harbour.
Harbour.
Nope. It's Harbour like the British people say it.
Harbour. Harbour.
What? That just sounds like somebody who got punched in the lip.
Is that Harbour? Is that good?